Well, all right. Good evening, everyone. It is so good to see you all this evening for our second night of VBS. As you can see, the PowerPoint is working. And that's, I was telling Mr. Danny and a couple others when I got here, I watched the upload circle. I scrolled down to make sure it was on there, and so I felt pretty good, but I wasn't going to do anything or say anything until I got here and could see it up there. But as you can see, so tonight's topic is Jesus went to church or went to worship, and so we're going to get to that in just a moment. But I wanted to start with some of the pictures that I had up for yesterday, just so we could get a good glimpse of Nazareth. And what you're looking at right here is kind of the mountain ridge, the backside of where Nazareth would have been. So I think this is, kind of the topical area of what we were talking about yesterday, of it being on a ridge overlooking the valley of Jezreel. This is Nazareth. And so I'll move to the next one. Here's the Mount Precipice view, which is where the Nazarites wanted to throw Jesus off. So this is what you would look out to. Again, it says they wanted to throw him off a mountain. I don't know how, it looks more like a hill, like I said. So there's rocks, so maybe when they threw him off, the rolling would have hit a rock and then not turned out. But either way, this is that view of what it would have looked like. They would have gotten to the top of Mount Precipice to throw Jesus off, and yet as we know from the reading yesterday, he slipped through the crowd to go down to Capernaum. From here, this is Nazareth from the Jezreel Valley. So you can see there is that elevation. It's not flat, it's on the ridge. And this is a modern picture, so you can see it is a little bit more populated than what I mentioned yesterday, where it was most likely about 200 to 500 people, so a small village. And yet here you can see it looks a little more well-built or well-grown. And so that's, I figured, was a helpful look to it. Here's a closer shot of modern Nazareth. This is kind of the central area of the city itself. So you can see it has grown up. It's not